Have you ever bought something just because you saw it? Maybe you needed a watch, or I have some friends who went shopping and came home with a massive TV, chocolate bar at the checkout, new shoes, new clothes, snacks. Those things are impulse purchases. An impulse purchase is something that you would not plan to buy, but buy it because you see it and decide that you want it. Often you don't think you need a chocolate bar until you're standing in the checkout and think, oh, it's just another dollar. I'll chuck it in. Those kinds of things add up. If you did that every week, you'd have blown an extra $50 on chocolate bars by the end of the year. Shops want us to buy without thinking because they make more sales that way. They set everything up to try and get you to make an impulse purchase. There's the things at the checkout. And often if you're buying clothes in some stores, they'll say, hey, have you thought about these shoes that go amazingly with it? Or what about that top or this piece of accessory? To try and on-sell and sell more things, because the more they sell, the more money they make. Here's some examples from some friends of some impulse purchases. One person bought a green lounge chair that tips over if you try to sit on it. It was on sale, but was it a really good thing to buy? Or maybe that sofa that had to get covered. Or some really expensive boots. They went out to get boots and got them even though they didn't like them, but were too embarrassed to take them back, so they were stuck with wasting $400 on a pair of boots. How about if you're checking out online shopping, you get to the end, they go through and they look at your history and say, hey, have you thought about buying these? Or if you're buying pizza, they'll say, hey, how about a dessert? How about some chicken? Add some extra things on. If you add all of those things, you'll suddenly end up spending a lot more money than you'd planned. And often that money is money that you needed to be spending on your power bill or your rent or your petrol or saving for something bigger. The top 5 things that people impulse buy: groceries. We're wandering around that checkout. We've got running around the supermarket with a trolley in our hands. We're piling things in. And you don't actually think about whether you really need them or not. Often clothes, you look something, it fits nicely, or someone else is buying something, you go out and you buy it, and you might only wear it a few times. A lot of fast fashion, they expect you to wear it about 6 times before you throw it out. Household items, probably not such a deal with you guys, but maybe you buy little trinkets for your room, some candles and that kind of thing. Buying takeaway food, have you ever stopped and bought chips from the chicken shop when you weren't planning on doing it? And then, 28% shoes. They're more expensive item that people don't tend to impulse purchase quite so much. Now, why is it a problem? Why do we do it? Often we like to feel like we've done well buying something on special. It's a bit of a thrill of the chase. You feel like you've made a bargain. New things can give us some joy and happiness. Or sometimes it's like that instant, yes, I've achieved something. I've bought this thing that I went out to. I need to buy something today. So that's what I'm going to get because I can't get the thing I really want. And we don't really think about it. And the trouble with impulse spending is that it adds up. And you can very quickly spend too much of your money. So we need to think about why we buy things when we hadn't planned to and how that impacts on us. Thank you.